Hi, Michaela. Thanks for sending us in your question here. Um, let's see here. We have y equals x to the fourth minus 2x cubed. So we need to find out about the relative extrema and the points of inflection. So for relative extrema, we take the derivative, and then we set it equal to 0. Find our critical value. So I'm going to take out 2x squared. We get 2x minus 3. Okay, so our critical values are 0 and 3 halves. So we make a number line, 0 and 3 halves. And I think by now, I think you understand the concept of plugging in numbers. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill them in. I did the work on the side to get a negative, and a positive. Okay, so that tells us it's decreasing, decreasing, and increasing. This is f prime of x. So there's nothing at 0 as far as minimum or maximum, but there is a minimum at 3 halves. Okay, so we have one relative minimum so far. Okay, and then to find the points of inflection, you find the second derivative. So to find the second derivative, we look at this guy and just derive it again. So we get 12x squared minus 12x equals 0. So I'm going to take out 12x. We get x minus 1. So our critical, well, I call these the crucial values because it's the second derivative. They're going to be 0 and 1. Okay, and then I've done the work on the side here, but basically you'll get a positive, negative, and a positive when you plug in values in these intervals. For a point of inflection to occur, all you need is a sign change for the second derivative at that point. And of course, these for a point of inflection, these values, 0 and 1, must work in the original function. In other words, when you plug them in, they must give you a y value. Because sometimes you'll get, this will occur, but when you plug in 0, it'll be undefined up here in the original function, which will be a bit of a problem. Okay, in other words, there wouldn't be a point of inflection if you plugged in this value and it was undefined. All right, that being said, as long as there's a sign change, there's a point of inflection. So there's a sign change here from positive to negative, and here from negative to positive. So that tells us there are 2 points of inflection. Points of inflection here. Okay, so we have, looks like from the problem you sent in, I think that's part C, or value C as the answer. I think C is the one that came up. It got cut off a little bit when I switched to this screen. But so yeah, that's the answer. Thanks for sending us in your question, and we look forward to answering more.